Welcome back to another innovation review. Today, we're reviewing the Antero from Monday Motorbikes. This bad boy is rocking a 1000 watt Bafang M620 mid-drive, a full suspension setup, and enough juice to do some extensive trail riding. At the core of the Antero is this Bafang mid-drive motor, pushing out a robust 1000 watts of trail shredding. It's turning out 160 newton meters of torque, which you can definitely feel when riding. This motor is also IPX5 rated, so if you find yourself in some mud or water, this thing should be just fine. It isn't just about the power, it's about how the power translates to the trail and the street. With 5 distinct ride modes ranging from Eco to Boost, the Antero allows you to scream around the streets or adjust the power output for the trails you're on. Whether you're conserving energy on a long trek or pushing the limits on a steep incline, the seamless transition between modes ensures an unmatched riding experience. The inclusion of a thumb throttle adds that extra bit of control and excitement, allowing for quick bursts of speed or an effortless cruising experience. The whole time I was riding in Orlando, I was thinking how much fun the Antero would be on my local trails back in Houston. I'll have to get one sent our way for a bit more in-depth test. Constructed from 6061 aluminum, the Antero doesn't just boast a sleek and modern aesthetic in its 3 available colors, which are white, sand, and black. It promises resilience and durability. I saw the white and tan ones in person, and both of those are pretty nice. The aircraft-grade aluminum frame is complemented by stainless fasteners and water-resistant connections, ensuring your ride is as reliable in a downpour as it is on a sunny day. The Antero's design philosophy is clear. No compromises on quality or performance. The full suspension plus very efficient 26x3-inch mountain bike tires makes the Antero suitable for campus, road, and trail. With the 3-inch tires, you can fit them into a community bike rack and still climb the steepest single-track trails without the fat-tired mounts, making this a good choice for an all-around real-world mountain bike. The bike is a bit on the heavier side of a traditional mountain bike, coming in around 75 pounds, but when you consider the motor and battery taking up 25 to 30 of those pounds, that weight starts to make a lot more sense. With a hydraulic front suspension and an air-adjustable monoshock in the rear, the Antero is built to keep you in control and comfortable, regardless of the terrain. The front fork has 130 millimeters of travel, while the center monoshock provides up to 150 millimeters of travel. This setup not only ensures that the wheels maintain contact with the ground, but also that the rider experience is a smooth and responsive one. Adjustability for a mountain or off-road bike is key, and here we've got lockout and preload adjustments up front, and we can dial in the air pressure in the rear to get the ride to respond as needed. Equipped with a high-capacity 48-volt 20-amp-hour battery, the Antero is designed for endurance. Whether you're navigating urban streets or exploring rugged trails, this e-bike promises a long-lasting ride, ensuring that your adventure doesn't end until you say it does. The balance between power and efficiency is meticulously dialed in, offering a range that supports extended expeditions or multiple short trips without the constant worry of the next charge. Monday claims that the range is 50-ish miles, and seeing how this is a 960-watt battery, that claim makes sense to me. If me at 220 pounds were riding trails and using mostly throttle, that would diminish the total range, but for the average person doing some real pedaling on a reasonable route, I think the 50 miles sounds about right. From the fairly bright headlights to the integrated taillight in the seat post, the Antero is equipped with features that not only enhance the riding experience, but prioritize safety. Tektro hydraulic disc brakes ensure responsive stopping power, critical for both urban commutes and trail riding. The CST Patrol 26x3-inch tires not only deliver power effectively, but also maintain stability and grip, crucial for those unpredictable moments on and off pavement. While I was at the event, I had a chance to chat with Bruce Riggs, the CEO over at Monday, and he walked us through some additional details on the Antero, so let's see what he had to say. What's up, guys? We're still at Electrify. We're over here at the Monday Motorbikes booth, and Bruce Riggs, the CEO, is here, so I just wanted to ask him a few questions about the Antero. So, Bruce?
Hey guys, I'm Bruce Riggs. I'm the CEO for Monday Motorbikes, and we wanted to take a couple of minutes and introduce you to the Monday Motorbikes Antero. Antero is our first mountain bike, and we did it to really be a player in the mountain bike industry. So, center drive, 1 kilowatt motor, 960 watt-hour battery. We use 26-inch wheels, front and rear, 3-inch width. This bike will run up to 40 miles an hour, and from a range standpoint, 40 to 50 miles. If you pedal a little more, maybe a little more. Most of our customers don't pedal.
So, as you're saying, this is like the first mountain bike that you guys are doing. Did you guys get anybody to design it, or somebody from like a mountain bike background to put some effort into it?
So we have a couple of staff members that have really good mountain bike backgrounds, and we did the mechanical design ourselves. And we picked some tier 1 components, and we had a lot of help from Bafang. So Bafang is one of our investors and a big supporter of Monday Motorbikes.
Okay, sick. Yeah, the torque on here, 160 newton meters of torque. You can feel it right out the gate. We already did the test ride for it, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the torque program on there is also pretty nice as well. It seems like as soon as you start putting some pressure, you get that power right away. And then, because I was going probably like 35, 36, but even with the brakes, you can stop very quickly. So it seemed like it was like you have all the speed, but then all the safety to kind of back it up.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So we like a quick bike, and so a lot of torque in this bike. I think it's rated at 160 Newton meters of torque, 48 volt power system, and we use tier 1 components. So it's got Tektro brakes on it, 180 millimeter rotors. It stops quickly and it accelerates quickly, and if you're good at it, you can get the front wheel up.
Yeah. So the other thing I noticed was it seemed like there was a couple of safety choices in the lighting. So we got the light mounted up here in the front, which this is a nice light. I've seen it on a couple, or something that's similar on a couple of bikes, and I really like it. You get a little bit higher, it's a little bit safer, and then typically on mountain bikes you don't have a rear tail light, but you guys did something interesting here in the back where the tail light is actually into the seat post.
For all of our bikes, we try to use headlight, tail light, brake light. We use white reflectors, so we want to be really safe, and we want our riders to be super safe. So for all of our bikes, we've included those features. I really like the seat post mounted light. So there is basically a red daylight running light, and there's a brake light mounted in the seat post.
Yeah.
And there's a pretty good spread from the front headlight. So if you're coming back on a trail, or if you're coming back across campus, then there's plenty of light at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. You said it has brake light integration as well? Oh, nice. That is sweet. And the cool thing about this is, if you got a fender or something like that, usually for anything that's kind of mounted back here, people put on a rack or a fender or anything like that, it blocks the light. But with this one, it's up out of the way.
We designed it so we have a rear fender. And rear fender comes standard, so if you do want fenders on the bike, they come standard.
Okay.
And it mounts just below the taillight, so it doesn't block the light. And you don't have a light hanging off the back of the seat, and you don't have a wire hanging off the back of the seat. If you do it as a mountain bike, you're going to ride through some trails, you're going to ride through some sticks. We don't want the light to get caught, and we don't want the wire to get caught. So all those things are enclosed inside the bike.
Yeah, that is sweet. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're out here, we got the test track and whatnot. Maybe not the best environment to test out some of the capabilities, but, took it off a few curbs. So, definitely the full suspension I think works really well. But I imagine on like a single track or some off-road terrain, this thing handles really, really nicely.
It runs well on the trails, and it runs well in an urban environment. A lot of mountain bikes spend their whole lives in urban environments doing exactly what you did.
Yeah.
We have a lot of folks that use them for food service delivery. It's off the road, and it's off the curb, and it's off the retaining wall, and so they get some exercise, but very well fitted to both an urban environment and a trail environment. This bike will climb.
Yeah, that is sweet. Well, Bruce, hey, I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Mitch.
And we'll check out the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are out here at the Orange County Convention Center. We are at Electrify Orlando. Right in front of us, we've got the Monday Motorbikes Antero. We've got an M620 mid-drive Bafang, 1,000 watts, 160 Newton meters of torque. Super stoked to test this thing out. We've got Tektro hydraulic brakes on here, full suspension, hydraulic front forks with 130 millimeters of travel, and we have got a rear air shock with 150 millimeters of travel. So all in all, it is a pretty smooth ride, but let's get into it. So we got a couple of different modes for pedal assist. We've got off, eco, tour, sport, sport plus, and boost. So boost is when you're trying to, get boosty. I really like the wheel. I don't know, it kind of looks like a platform that they might be fighting on in Tron or something. So we're in eco. Go ahead and start things off here. Do a little downshifting. Moves through all the gears real nice. Now this is a torque sensor, right? Generally mid drives are torque sensors. They've also got a speed sensor in the back. So kind of the complete package when it comes to sensors. Pretty sensitive on the torque sensor here. And driving around in eco, when you really start putting some torque in there, you start getting some boost. So we're in eco, we're going 18 miles an hour pretty easily, 20 miles an hour pretty easily. We're not even going straight, we're kind of, curving around here a little bit. Pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and, well, we can't just skip to the end, right? Tour. Looks like we're getting a little bit more speed. Again, with the torque, putting in a little bit of extra effort here. Head up to sport. Again, 24. Shifting into 8 gear here. Sport plus. Oh, we are cruising. And boost. Whew. That was a little too fast for that curve there. We're going about, maybe hit by 31 there. We're gonna test out top speed. Have to get in the road. So let's do that. The ride feel here is super smooth. You know, having the full suspension. We do have lockout, preload adjustments, stuff we can make if we wanted to tune the ride. All right, let's go for a top speed run here. .32. All right, we're gonna hit a jump here. Woo! That's a lot of fun. .34. 35. Man, that is fun. Whew, that's a lot of fun. All right, so we got about 35, 36. I feel like if I was in better shape, we would have gone faster. Let's go ahead and use the throttle. See what this throttle can do for us here. So we're in throttle only. Boost. Let's see what we can do. .33. .34. .36. Oh, those brakes. Whew. That is a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and do an actual brake test here. Really mash on these brakes. See what kind of stopping power we got. Probably get going about, already going 20. Let's do 20, let's do 30-ish. There's also a car behind me, so I want to mesh on the brakes right now. Oh, here's it. Now there's 2 cars behind me. Okay, we're not doing a brake test right now. Wouldn't that have been fun? Another speed test. Woo. All right. So go ahead and do a brake test this time. All right, we're doing 3, 2, 1, brake. trying to control it, not to get out that much. That's probably about, I'd say 18, 20 feet or so. And that's just going 30 miles an hour. If we're going, a class 2, 20 or 28, probably stop a little bit sooner. And yeah, the brakes feel really nice. So if we want to just stop, I mean, we can stop and skid and do all that fun stuff. So definitely feel like I got a lot of control. Easy to pop up on some of these curves here. Handling wise, feels really nice. Definitely feel like it's got more of a mountain bike feel than a lot of the e-bikes. So even though it is a little bit bigger, that down tube where the battery is housed is a little bit thicker. So kind of aesthetically, maybe it looks a little bit similar to, some of the fat tire bikes or, other e-bikes, but it does really have a solid mountain bike feel. And that comes down to a lot of it's the geometry, right? There's the rake of the fork. There is our back triangle here. And so those angles really lend themselves to feeling a lot more like a mountain bike, which is pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, very surprised with the speed and the power. I mean, 1,000 watt mid-drive should feel pretty powerful, pretty speedy, but it really does feel very nice. So yeah, I think my overall impression, and this is a first impression, this is my first time riding the bike, is a lot of power, very nimble handling, and a nice squishy full suspension feel. And again, with the full suspension feel, like that's just how this bike is tuned. You wanted to tune it up to be a little bit squishier, a little less squishy. That's up to you. That comes down to PSI and lockout and adjustment, all that jazz. But guys, I think that is gonna do it for our review of the Antero. If you guys have any questions of me, let me know down in the comments. I'll have a link to the Antero in the description. And guys, love talking to you, and we'll catch you on the next one. The Antero by Monday Motorbikes is not just another addition to the e-bike market, it's a standout piece of engineering that redefines what we expect from electric mountain bikes. With its blend of power, precision, and durability, it's designed to take you where you want to go. Whether you're climbing the steepest hills in your area or cruising through the streets, the Antero promises a ride that's exhilarating and reliable. For those who demand the best in performance, versatility, and design, the Antero is a pretty good choice here. If you want to know more about Monday Motorbikes, you can check them out over at www.mondaymotorbikes.com. And if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.